What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Fortified Gaming channel. We're here with another conference recap of E3 and our coverage this week. We're going to do the EA conference. So they did pretty well. It was only an hour long, a little bit shorter than the Xbox and Sony conferences, but EA had some pretty cool announcements, pretty cool games. First off, they started the conference with Star Wars Battlefront. They didn't show a whole lot. There was no trailer, no gameplay, nothing. They didn't really show a lot. It was the guys talking about it a lot more than anything else. The only thing they said at the end was spring 2015, see more then. So I don't know if that's a release date or a release window, or they're just going to have like maybe gameplay in spring of next year, or what that whole thing was. I was a little disappointed. I wanted to see at least a trailer. I wanted to see maybe gameplay. I knew that was a stretch, but something more than what they showed. I wasn't too happy with that, but we'll see what comes out of that spring 2015. Then they went into Dragon Age Inquisition. Showed a little bit more than this. They did this in the Xbox conference, but they showed a lot more during the EA conference. It's open world, pretty fluid combat from what I saw, good graphics, character backgrounds, and story. Every character that you meet has a story that you can uncover through exploration and fighting and stuff like that. It looks pretty cool. I don't know if I'm going to get it or not. I might. I played Dragon Age Origins. I didn't like it too much, but, we'll see how it goes. It looks like it could be really good. Then they went into the thing that BioWare went into. Everybody thought this was coming. Mass Effect 4. This was a little difficult to understand. They didn't really announce anything, but didn't really not announce anything. It was guys from BioWare talking about it and talking about like how people sent them letters and stuff, and they asked people what they wanted to see, and everyone was like Mass Effect 4. So it's like supposedly they said it's like a vast open world, and you go like planet to planet and just explore and do whatever you want. But they didn't show, they didn't have a trailer, they didn't have gameplay, they had very little images or anything like that about it. No release date, not even really confirmation like, hey, it's Mass Effect 4, it's happening. Um, it most likely is, but they have very little right now from what they showed. So it most likely is going to happen. We don't know when, we don't know how, but it sounds like it's going to be a go. So they went from Mass Effect 4 into The Sims 4. It's pretty much the same thing that all the other Sims games were. I'm not really into The Sims, but they talked about that for a while. It's pretty much the Sims are smarter now. They have more personalities. They interact with each other better. They have new emotions and stuff like that. New things you can do with the houses and building and all that. It's coming out September 2nd, 2014. Then they went into UFC. EA UFC. You can play as Bruce Lee in the game. They showed Bruce Lee versus John Jones, I think his name is. Really good graphics, really good detail around. You can see like the muscle detail, the face detail. Everything looks really good. Smooth, fluid gameplay, good controls. It's coming out June 17th, 2014, so that's next Tuesday. It's not really an announcement. I guess we've known it's been coming out for a while. They just showed a little bit more about it. It looks pretty cool. Probably, if you like fighting games, I'd say go for it. It looks like it'd be really fun. Then they jumped into NHL 15. They showed a little bit of gameplay of this, mainly CG trailers and stuff. Amazing detail on the characters and their jerseys and stuff. Very good graphics. It's smooth, it's fluid, it's a lot easier to control than other ones. They added new emotion and expression on the players' faces and their body language, so you can see winning, losing, under tension, stress, anger, upset, fighting. It looks a whole lot better than all the other ones did. I'm excited for that one. I never played any of the NHL games in a long time. I may play this one, maybe not. I'm not sure yet. I'll have to see a little bit more. Then they went into a game by Criterion Games. They didn't have a title or release date or anything like that. It's pretty much like a vehicle slash adrenaline junkie kind of game. They showed a whole bunch of things because they were the guys that did Burnout Paradise at least, and it was like they had cars and ATVs, motorcycles, dirt bikes, helicopters, hang gliding, wingsuits, parachutes. It was ridiculous. You dove out of a plane, used your wingsuit, got into a helicopter, jumped out of the helicopter, landed on an ATV. The helicopter just crashed. It was like a whole bunch of shit going on at one time. Looked really cool. I'm excited to see more about that game, but that's all they had for the conference at least. Then they went into PGA Tour. It's pretty much, they said it's golf without limits. They added some fantasy element to it. They showed a clip real quick. It was like a guy teeing off, hit the ball, and a battleship was like crashing into the course or whatever, so he had to hit over the battleship and stuff like that. So it's golf with like weird shit going on. Looked pretty cool. Not a big fan of golfing games, so probably not going to play that, but looks pretty interesting. Check out the trailer if you want to. Madden 15. Now, what they did with Madden, I really like. A lot of people were complaining that playing defense wasn't as fun as playing offense, or it was harder to do in all the other Madden games. So they pretty much redid the defense. You have a better perspective on defense now. It's easier to control, and they have a better camera. So when you're playing on defense, instead of still looking from behind the quarterback and having to run at yourself, they turned the camera 180. So you're behind the defense looking at the offense. And you can actually, it's easier to control. It's a better camera view. They have new emotions and actions, like new celebrations and stuff like that, better facial expressions on people, new cinematic camera angles for the celebrations, the entrances, touchdown dances and stuff. A lot easier to control. You can hit certain buttons to break out of tackles, push blockers out of the way and stuff like that for defense. Looks really awesome. Way better graphically than I'd say Madden 25. This is the first one that's, it's going to look really good. It's going to play really well. They didn't announce like anything else for it. Like they didn't talk about like Ultimate Team or any of the modes you could do. But it's coming out August 26th, 2014. So look ahead for that. It's only 2 months away. Then they showed Dawngate. It's kind of like they said it's a MOBA, which is a multiplayer online battle arena kind of game. Looked pretty cool. I'm not really into those kinds of games. They didn't show too much on it. There was a lot of the guys talking about making it and stuff like that, and then they just announced the name of it and stuff. So that looked interesting. If you want to see more, look up the trailer for Dawngate. Then they got into the one everybody was hoping for, Mirror's Edge 2. They showed some like pre-beta gameplay, like really, really conceptual gameplay. No release date. Looks really awesome though. They brought in parkour artists to add to what moves Faith could already do. So they got the original moves and then built on that. A whole bunch of new moves you can do, better combat, more fluid combat. It looks really cool. I can't wait. No release date or anything like I said, so I don't know when that's coming. It could be a while, could be soon, don't really know. Then they jumped into FIFA 15. Really good graphics. Again, with the emotions. Like off the charts. You can tell in the blink of an eye. He's upset. They're winning, they're losing, whatever. It's like ridiculous that way. Realistic visual player models. They like if Messi looks like Messi, Ronaldo is Ronaldo, PK's PK, Puyol's got the long hair. It looks exactly like everybody does. It launches in fall 2014. They didn't say exactly when, they just said fall. So that's going to be fun. I'm probably going to get FIFA. I played FIFA 14 for a little while. Then they ended their conference with Battlefield Hardline. It's not like the other Battlefields. The other Battlefields were all military based. This one is also, it's a combination of EA and Visceral Games. It's cops versus criminals. So it's like SWAT teams versus criminals trying to do, like bank robberies and stuff. It's a new narrative storyline that's really in-depth by Visceral Games. New multiplayer modes, new vehicles, awesome game. They showed gameplay, like 6 to 10 minutes of gameplay. It looks ridiculously awesome. It's coming out October 21st, 2014. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. I'll leave a link in the description of this video to the gameplay that they showed. Another cool thing they did right at the end, they said, and it's going to be really cool. It's coming out October 21st, and we're going to have a beta. It's available starting right now. Like they said, go to battlefield.com and register for it. It's a closed beta for right now. They're going to have, it's like a first come first serve, instant access. So if you put in like you logged in with your Origin account and put in like your email and your password and stuff, what system you could get it on, PC or PS4. They didn't have it up for Xbox yet. So that was pretty cool. I tried to get it. I didn't get in the instant beta. We're on a wait list right now, so I don't know how long that's going to take. But if I get it, it's going to be really cool. It's like cops versus robbers. Robbers take money from a bank or something. They have to try to escape. The cops have to try to stop them. Big open worlds. Big maps. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. That one's coming out pretty soon. October. It's only a couple months away. I can't wait for that one. And that was all E3 EA had. Pretty good stuff. Overall, really good. They went straight with games again, just like Xbox. No, nothing else. That's really all they have anyway. But They went straight with games. They announced some pretty good ones. I wish they had more on Battlefront. I wish they had more, definitive answer on Mass Effect 4. Everything else was expected. NHL, Madden, FIFA, The Sims, UFC. Mirror's Edge 2. I wish it was a little bit more close to done, so that they had more to show. But Battlefield Hardline really stole the show. They ended great with that. Releasing the beta as soon as the conference was over was an amazing idea. Hats off to you guys and EA for doing that. That was an amazing idea. I wish I could get in, but we're close. Hope it's close enough that it's not like a terrible that you didn't get the beta, but they said there's a wait list, so they're going to be adding more people pretty soon, I would assume. So hopefully we can get in. But that's all EA had. Really good. I give them 8 out of 10. Good job. If you had a couple more games, that would have been cool. But you did what you had to do. You had what you had. You did a good job explaining and showing what you had. 8 out of 10 for you guys. Way to go. So that's it for this video. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Stay tuned for the next video. We're going to be doing the Ubisoft conference. Subscribe if you enjoyed, and make sure you catch more of our E3 coverage throughout this week. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.